Mumtaz Bhatti, and I'm in front of you with the tragedy of Shakespeare. And as you can see that Macbeth we are studying, and this is one of the best works of Shakespeare. And it is known, uh, tragedy is known as the human sufferings, when the human suffers and it perishes in the end in some of the plays of Shakespeare's, like King Lear, Hamlet, Othello, and Macbeth. So, Macbeth is also considered as the tragedy of emotions because from the beginning you would find that emotions are rising, and till the last scene, you won't find emotions at a standstill. Okay, so I would like to define the plot of this play, a wonderful play that we recently finished, and here it is my turn to explain it as better I could. So the plot is that this is about a male character, Macbeth, an ambitious, imaginative, and conscience-stricken general who is driven by his wife. So, I think this might have come into your mind that Macbeth was very ambitious, he was physically powerful, and he was also imaginative. But in the end, he proved to be very insane and like a very valueless person in the eyes of his own, courtsmen. So from where the play starts, when Macbeth and his army with Banquo and Fleace and other people, they were returning from the war. We don't know what kind of war it was, but they have won that war. So all of a sudden the thunder, rain started, and there appeared the three witches. And these three witches announced the three prophecies one by one. Now, two prophecies were for the Macbeth and one for the Banquo. Now, the one which addressed to the Macbeth, that hail to the Thane of hail to the Thane of Glums, and hail to the Thane of Cawdor. So he was struck and amazed that he was just the Thane of Glums, so he was not the Thane of Cawdor. So this was the striking and wondrous point for Macbeth and his party. Okay, the second which announced him that hail to the King of Scotland. So this was the most striking and wondrous or very strange thing that everybody was thinking, that the King of Scotland is Duncan and he is well alive, and after this his two sons are there. But how come the witches are the one which is saying Macbeth is the King of Scotland? So Banquo came forward and he said that you are creating confusions and chaos, between all of us, and our king is well alive and we are very much loyal and true to him, Banquo said. Then the third which, pronounced her prophecy, he said that you are Banquo and your family will produce the kings. Your family will produce the king. Not you will become the king, but your family will produce the king. So these were the three witches and their prophecies. And when they vanished, so Banquo started to talk about them, that we must not give some kind of heed or importance to these witches because they carry no weight and wisdom. But Macbeth could not remove the prophecy, particularly of that hail to the King of Scotland. And when they reached, even they did not even make their way towards their homes, Scotland. Even when they were about to reach, the king sent, because king knew that they had won the war. King sent a messenger for Macbeth, that king had announced for the Macbeth that you are the son of Cawdor. So this was the second prophecy this was the first prophecy of the first witch, that you are the thane of Glams, and you will be the thane of Cawdor. Then everybody was thinking that it is the possibility that all of the prophecies may come true, and everybody was feeling suspicious. Everybody was feeling doubtful. Himself, Macbeth. Everyone praises Macbeth's loyalty, bravery, and physical power. So this was in the grand party given by the King Duncan in the honor of Macbeth. And in that party, it was announced by the king that his next king would be his elder son Malcolm. Okay, so king had two sons. One was Malcolm and other was Donalbain. Okay, when the prophecies were shared with Lady Macbeth by the Macbeth, so Lady Macbeth becomes so surprised and happy, and she said that it is possible by killing the king. And the king also made some arrangement to visit them. And when king visited them, so he decided to stay a night. And Lady Macbeth said that we have got an opportunity to kill the king. But Macbeth decided not to kill the king, because he said that I am the host, and it is not our custom to kill our guests. Okay? Our custom is to protect our guests, to defend every arrow or every sword that is coming in way. So I am not here to kill him. I would be killing him some other time, but not particularly here when he is staying at my home as a guest. And I am the host. But the lady was hellbound. She was very impertinent, and she was forcing her husband that no, it is the only time where you can kill, and it is the only time where you can prove the prophecy right. But it was very difficult to convince himself for the Macbeth. Okay, he said that I need the spur to motivate, because I am ambitious. I have ambition to become the king, because ambition is the prime theme of this play. But this is the vaulting ambition that may overlap. So I need the spur to motivate, like a horse needs the spur to go in the gallop, to go into the full speed. So then she says that you cannot kill the king. If you don't want to kill the king, okay, don't kill. But I know that you don't have the ability to kill the king, because you are not even a man. So she says, Lady Macbeth says, if he doesn't kill Duncan, he is not a man. And particularly when it is said against the masculinity to a man, then men takes it very serious. Men takes it very personal. So that happened too with the Macbeth. And he came into the rage, he came into the anger, and he was very excited, and he was very angry to that comment of his own wife, and he decided to kill, and he killed the king. So there was a long scene. I think I have read that scene. There is no need to explain, because we are running short of the time. Okay, what happened when Duncan got killed? Means we are talking about the state of mind. We are talking about the regret that Macbeth felt. Okay. When life has no meaning, then crimes become the meaning. So you see, it was the meaning of his life to become the king, because he was thinking to become king all the time. So this was the purpose, this was the goal of his life. When he reached to the throne, when he became the king, so there was no purpose left to his life. And he was the man of nature. He was living his life most of the time not inside. But now when he became the king, he was living inside. And here it is written, every day is the absurd monotony of the previous day. So every day is similar to the other day. Even the coming day would be the similar to this day. So he says that there is no novelty in the life. There is no newness. So I'm just bored. And so much so, he was very much annoyed, to the monotonous circumstances. And he announced that it is very difficult to, lead that life for a soldier, because he was a soldier. And he was regretting. So when he got the Banquo killed, the ghost of the Banquo started to appear in front of him. So it was his fantasy, but it was his hallucination. So here Shakespeare, shows the abnormal state of mind of a human being. Abnormal state of mind, insanity, hallucination, and malady. So Macbeth cries, regrets in his agony in the sleepless nights. In one of the quotations of the Macbeth, he says that I did not kill the Duncan, but I have killed my sleeps. So means, since he killed the king, he could not sleep for a wink. He lost all his mirth and joy and sleeps. And so was the condition of Lady Macbeth. So she was sleeping, she was, walking in the sleeps. And Macbeth was hallucinating. He was just, seeing the things which were not present. And in one party, he just behaved very oddly and very foolishly. And people started to doubt his sanity, that he is a king and how could he say such foolish things. So then Lady Macbeth said that it is the harmless malady. It is the ailment, but no one is harmed at that ailment. So, the full name of this play is The Tragedy of Macbeth. So means somewhere he proves to be a positive character, because he regrets, he cries, he is unable to sleep. He says that I am more in agony, I am more in pain than the deceased people, than the people I have killed. He said that, death is the better treatment. If I got killed, it would have been better than this life. So Shakespeare does really the justice with the character by killing Macbeth in the end of the play, and that proves the unhappy ending of Macbeth. Thank you so much.